The city is a global destination for food lovers. You can find just about any type of cuisine from all over the world, all across the 5 boroughs, from South African elk carpaccio to the classic Brazilian treat Brigadeiro and Filipino halo halo. The city is filled with hidden gems offering diverse flavors. Kaitlyn Rosati, she writes the hidden dining column for the Daily News, scouring the city to find these culinary treasures. And Kaitlyn joins us now this morning. Winter Restaurant Week off and running. I guess a good time to kind of get out there and explore different, not only different restaurants, but different types of cuisine. Huh?
Yeah, and there's, first of all, hello.
Yeah.
Hi. There's so many great Restaurant Week deals out there where you can travel through food. Like Nax is a great Filipino spot. We have Lore and Park Slope, nice global dining that has a great deal going on for Restaurant Week.
And we should say, well, you know what you're talking about because we're going to be showing photos of you checking out all of these spots. Let's talk about one of your hidden gems, Brigadeiro Bakery. That's where these chocolate balls are from.
Yes, it's a fabulous bakery in Soho, run by a woman from Brazil. Her name is Mari. And my favorite thing about Brigadeiros is the memory that I think of when I was in Brazil. I had walked to Paraguay for the day, and all these Brazilians were like, oh my gosh, you're insane. You shouldn't do that. It's not safe. I did it, lived to tell the tale. When I got back, I treated myself to this sweet
You walk
Brigadeiro.
to Paraguay, you get a treat.
Yes, you know, there was some reward with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really good.
These are basically chocolate balls, almost like a bonbon.
It's kind of like it reminds me of like chocolate
wow.
frosting.
Oh, what flavor is yours? Mine's like peanut butter. Oh, it's spectacular.
Yes,
Like
it's
a
very
vanilla or
sweet.
something?
Yeah, and the traditional one is just chocolate, but she does a variety of flavors. You have pistachio, there's a coffee one. They do a different flavor every month. So
Y'all can continue on. I'm going to sit back and eat my
Let's talk about another hidden gem, Lahi in Elmhurst. It's a Filipino restaurant.
Filipino spot, yes, and
What do we need to know about Filipino food, those who have never had it?
Yeah, right. It's very underrated. I feel like we all have like our go-to Thai or Japanese spot,
exactly.
and Filipino food just doesn't get the love it deserves. One thing I really love about Filipino cuisine is like they use parts of the animal that others would discard. So you can get things like crispy pata, which is pork knuckle, sisig, which is like chopped pig face, and like don't let it like freak you out. It's all so delicious, and lahi makes everything like as if you were in the Philippines.
Chopped pig face, you said?
Yeah, just a little chopped pig face, you know.
Oh, I'm there for the shaved ice dessert.
Oh, the halo halo.
Yeah.
It's like this colorful purple dessert. It's made with like ube ice cream and condensed milk. And as you're eating it, you're getting like jellies and all these different textures. And it's just a very fun thing to eat.
It's kind of like an elevated snow cone in a way.
A little bit, right?
Rocco mentioned it earlier, the Kaya Wine Bar, South African food. And you had, I want to make sure I get this right, elk carpaccio.
Yes.
So is that raw elk meat?
Raw elk, and it had like a bit of seasoning on the outside. Another travel story, when I was in South Africa, I went with this company, Exodus Adventure Travels, and I saw elk carpaccio on a menu, but I had just traveled for like all these hours to get there, and I wasn't really craving like raw elk meat.
Right.
And so I missed my opportunity to eat it in South Africa, but I was able to get it right here in New York.
And so usually it's raw beef carpaccio. So
Yeah.
how does that compare? Is it similar?
I think
No?
it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think like you get in your head if
Right,
like you
that
think
you're
you're eating something
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like unfamiliar,
Yeah.
but a lot of
My
times.
parents were always like, it's chicken.
Well, my mom came with me and she went to go take a bite, and she didn't know it was elk. And afterward, I was like, "Do you know what you just ate?" And she's like, "I ate elk." So yeah, you know,
I have to ask you, you've tried brain before. What type of brain?
goat brain.
Goat brain,
from-
okay. That, I don't know if I could do, but describe goat brain.
So there's a restaurant in Long Island City called Ada, and they have something on the menu called beija fry, and it's goat brain. And yeah, I wanted to try it, and I texted. I got to give a shout out to my friend Danny. He was super down. I was like, who will come with me right now to go eat goat brain? And so I texted my friend Danny, and he met me there. And yeah, it has this like super silky sauce, and it's a similar thing, right? Like when you know you're eating brain, you get in your head, but if you just try it without knowing, then.
We should say we're lucky to have all of this food here in the city because we are lucky to have the people here who bring the culture and the knowledge and can give you an authentic version of the thing.
Absolutely, and like historically, like Ellis Island, you know, we know New York City is a melting pot, and like when I get to talk to restaurant owners, so many times it's because it's like a family recipe and they couldn't find it, so they made it themselves. You know, Manouche, my story today, is a great example of that.
Well, you know, a chance to plug your latest column, right? Tell us
Yes,
about that.
today's story is about a Lebanese spot. And kind of what I just said, I said, you know, what made you it's like so bold to have like this niche, like Brigadeiro, right?
Yeah.
It's such a niche thing that a lot of people don't know about. Manouche is a similar example.
And some great spices and seasonings, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Lebanese food is.
All right, Chef's Kiss from Kaitlyn Rosati this morning. Great to have you with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank
Enjoy
you
the
so
calling.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest news and weather updates every 10 minutes and more. We'll see you then.